السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد، فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. رب يسر ولا تعسر وتمم بالخير. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. Okay, so inshallah, today's lesson will be about a couple of things. So today's lesson will be divided into two parts. The first part will be the pronunciations. Okay, so I will address the accent training part, the way you pronounce certain words in English, and the way the students understand it. Okay, so inshallah, we'll try to correct ourselves. We'll try to make it more clear if it's possible. Okay, so I have noted down some of the from your projects. Everybody sent me projects either personally in my Telegram or in the group in Telegram. So I have observed that some of you make some certain pronunciation mistakes, and there are some common ones. So basically, we'll talk about them first. Okay, we'll talk about the pronunciation in the first half an hour, and then we'll take a break, and then we'll re-log in again, and then we'll talk about some technical stuff, the way you make PowerPoint presentations, how to avoid certain problems like your voice fading when you make mud and stuff. Inshallah, we'll talk about that. So first half, we'll talk about the pronunciation, bi'idhnillah. Okay, let's dig in. We have English pronunciation. So in this lesson, we'll see the common pronunciation mistakes that are made by most of the teachers, not all of them. So for example, it depends on which area you are from. If you are from, for example, say Egypt, you tend to pronounce G as G, okay? Like the gaga, like not dajaja. So that kind of has an effect in your pronunciation. And like zal is pronounced like a za, like maza maza. So like that za pronunciation is in the English also. For example, if you're saying this is transliterated in Arabic as the, right? This is how you transliterate. But if you think of this Arabic part, you'll end up making the mistake of saying the. And if you are one of those who pronounce dal as za, like haza maza, like that, then you would end up saying za. So this is not za, not za. Okay, so don't say za. This is. So the first mistake that we'll be addressing is the pronunciation of dal. Okay, the pronunciation of dal in English words. Okay, so dal is either th sound, mostly it is th sound. So sometimes th is also pronounced as tha. Okay, same makhraj. Tip of tongue with the tips of upper incisors, like tha, zal, and va. All the three have same makhraj. So sometimes th is pronounced as tha, and sometimes th is pronounced like zal. Okay, so this is a general information. This is what we'll be looking at when we observe the words here. Okay, so when you say the, this is either like a the. Okay, you can say the, dal alif the, or you can say dal alif the. Okay, but you should not say za. Don't say za. Okay, this is not za. So when you start explaining, don't say this. this, okay? Not this. Don't say this. Like this is what we are talking about. So don't say this is what we're talking about. Say this with a dal, this, or this with a dal, okay? So you can say it like a dal or you can say it like a dal, okay? TH sound in the this can be pronounced as the this, okay? Dal or dal. Both of them are okay. You can say this, you can say this. You can say the, you can say the, but not the, okay? So when you say the, this, that, and these, those, etc. Okay, so th sound, whenever there is a dal or dal sound, pronounce it like a dal or dal. Do not pronounce it like a za sound. Okay, do not pronounce it like a za sound. So that's our first thing. The second one will be when you have a word that contains the sound of jim. So like for example, this is not in English, this is in Arabic. Like for example, if you have to say like wajiba, like I heard some of you say like wagiba. So, yeah, it's okay to use your accent when the student understands it. But our students are mostly the Western people or those who do not have any base in Arabic language. So if you use the word wagiba, they probably will not understand at all. Okay, but if you use wajiba, and then you use, like in the last class we talked about how to use Arabic and the English translation. Like you say istitala, prolong the dad sound when there's a sukun or shadda. And when you say isti'ala, heavy letter, like that. When you say يعني إطباق, you say extra heavy, like that. When you say qalqala, you say bounce the sound of the letter. So you use the word in Arabic wajiba, and then you say it's compulsory or it's mandatory, whatever translation you like. Okay, so that's one point I wanted to say. Don't pronounce jim as ga when you say Arabic words to the students, because they have a hard time understanding Arabic. It would become harder for them if you use your accent. Okay, now I'm not being racist or anything. I really love all the accents of Arabic. Alhamdulillah, they made me feel like I am in deep. I'm understanding Arabic language in deep. The way I love the accents of English, American, British, Australian, what have you. Same for and I have a lot of friends from Egypt, a lot of teachers and students working with me, alhamdulillah. And I love you all for the sake of Allah. And I love your accents, all the accents. But you cannot use these accents with the one who can understand, okay? So I can understand, you can use wagiba with me, the gaga, or what have you, but you cannot use this with non-Arabs. So that is one point I wanted to say, I wanted to give you. Okay, now the big problem with all the Arabs, almost all the Arabs, the ones who pronounce P like a B. P is not B. Okay, so this is a problem which most of the people have, because there's no P sound in Arabic. So we have a B sound. Now, in terms of sifat, if you were to observe what is the difference between P and B, P is more with hams, like up, up, and B is more with jahr, like ab, ab. So if you just try and use more air with P, it becomes P, P. Okay, so work on your P's. P is a very important thing. Like when you say, I hope you're fine, don't say, I hope you're fine. Okay, say, I hope, hope. Use air, like use hums, the way you would say aklan, aklan. So you say hope, hope, Don't say hob, I hob. Okay? So use air like hums when you pronounce these, and say please, not please, please. Okay? And protection. When you say isti'adha, means seeking protection, protection, not protection. Okay? So that kind of confuses the student when you say like that, protection. Say like pray, say pray, don't say bray. If you say bray, it's like, the sound of a donkey is called braying. So that is completely wrong meaning. The way in Arabic, Ain and Hamza changed the meaning of the word completely, so does English P and B. When you say pray, it means salli or make dua. When you say bray, it is the sautul hamiri yani. So that is the meaning would completely change. So you don't want bray, you want pray. Praise yani hamd wa sana. Praise. Don't say braise. Okay? Praise. Praise. Protection, praise, and specific. These are the words I took from your projects, the videos that you guys sent me. I took these words and I noted them down so I could explain them to you. So specific, not specific, specific. Okay? And then you got okay, some people say specific, not spe, sin sukun, specific, not sebe is wrong, specific. And depends, not depends. Okay? And deepest, like deepest part of the throat, yani, for hamza and ha makhraj. Deepest, deepest. Okay, and approximately. Now, in English, we have a rule that whenever you have two letters, you should not stress on them. Like, for example, approximately, and like you have the word like letter. Even if you're using a British English, you say letter. You would not say letter. You would not stress on it. It's not a shadda, okay? In English, whenever you have two letters together, it is opposite of Arabic. In Arabic, what we do, we stress on the shadda. Like, for example, if it were letter, you would say with shadda, latta, like that, okay? So you're stressing on ta. But in English, you do not stress on t. You should not say letta, no. You, on the contrary, opposite to that, what you do is you go fast, okay? Here you double the sound in Arabic, but in English you go fast, like letter or letter, okay? Similarly, you would not stress on p like it's a shadda. You should not say approximately. You say approximately, okay? Approximately. So one hint is, if you do not know exactly how a letter or how a word is pronounced, you can Google it, okay? Type that word in Google, and there is a speaker kind of thingy there, the speaker icon. You click on that and you will see a mouth here, and it would speak. Okay, there is one British and there is one American, both the accents. You can click on British, you would hear how the British English would pronounce this, and you would if you click on American, you would hear how the American English pronounces it. Okay? So if you do not know the pronunciation of a word, or if you have a doubt that maybe I'm pronouncing this wrong, try to Google it. Google it and hear the sound, or maybe say how to pronounce this word. Okay? So this would help you a lot, inshallah. Okay, I'm gonna just get rid of this. So remember, whenever there's a shadda, do not stress on the letter. Opposite, do the opposite. Go fast when you see a shadda here. Okay, when you see double letter, not shadda, sorry. And similarly, upper, not upper, no, upper. Go fast, upper. Okay, so yeah, this is one thing. And well, so other using vowels. Okay, so using vowels are the like harakat in Arabic. Okay, they give the a, e, u sound, but in English we also have a sound, the majhul sound, like the imala sound, like majireha. So you have a sound, and a sound like taqlil, the way you say a is fatha, a is taqlil, a is imala, right? A. You have all those sounds in English. You have to be sure what to pronounce when you pronounce a particular word. For example, one of you pronounced this word as sit. So you pronounce one person, I don't remember the name. So sit, they said sit. It's not sit, it is set. So yeah, this letter is E. So if you pronounce it alone, you would say E. But when you have it in the word, it gives you the taqlil sound. Okay, it gives you the taqlil sound. What did we say the taqlil sound was? Se, set. Okay, like qalilum min al-imala, not complete imala, but slightly like a is imala, a is taqlil, set, not sit. Okay, so this was a big mistake because well, sit is to sit, ijlis, and set is to set something, like setting, like. Okay, so you have set, not sit. Okay, and there was another one, branch. If you're pronouncing it in American English, you say branch. If you're doing British, you say branch, branch, like that. Not branch is in American, branch is in British. Whichever you're using is okay. If you're using American, if you're using British, no problem. But um one person pronounced this as brunch. Okay, if you say brunch, this is a meal between breakfast and lunch. Brunch, like يعني الوجبة بين الفطور والغداء is called brunch. So it's branch or branch, not brunch. Brunch is different, the meaning would change. Okay, all right, and when explaining the makharij, I saw that all of you used the pictures of makharaj, and each makharaj was given a particular color. So you did not use the names of the colors, okay? Use the names of the colors. And when you say like this blue color part is like halq. This is one thing I remember, I noted it down. I did not I'm going off topic a little bit, but remember that part. You should say, you should try and memorize the colors and numbers in English. That helps the students a lot. Okay, coming back to our topic, using vowels like refuge. This is refuge, not refugee. Okay, refuge is isti'ada, yani seeking refuge. Okay, or أعوذ, عين, واو, and ذال. This is refuge, but refugee is the person who is seeking refuge. يعني لو قلت أنا أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم أنا refugee. Okay, والكلمة التي قلتها هي استعاذة, refuge, seeking refuge. So هذا مصدر وهذا يعني فاعل. It's like that. Okay, refuge is مصدر and refugee is fa'il of that fi'l. So it changes the meaning. So seeking refuge, don't say seeking refugee. That would change the meaning completely. Okay, what else do I have here? Hold on. Okay, so coming to a little bit of grammar. In English, like when you say certain things, you have to kind of use the grammar properly. Like, for example, um, so if I say like innal muslimuna, it would be wrong because inna is harf nasab and muslimuna is in rafa. I have to make it nasab. So I have to say innal muslimina. Same is in English. You have some rules to apply when you speak a particular sentence. Okay, the meaning does not change if I say innal muslimuna, but it is grammatically not wrong, not right. Sorry, it's not it's wrong grammatically. It's not right. So you cannot say innal muslimuna because it's not right according to Arabic grammar. So in English also you have some rules. Like for example, when you're using um so is or are or none is or are. This is we are, you are, um he is, she is. And if you're using a verb with that, you would use with ing in the end. Okay. For example, you would say, I am reading. Okay. So, some of you have some of you have said this as, I am read. I am read. This is wrong because it's like saying, أنا قراءة. Okay. Is I am reading is أنا أقرأ, and I am read is ana qira'a. So it's like it does not make proper sense, right? It's although the student would understand, but they would not feel comfortable yani learning it. Okay, some students kind of concentrate on English a lot. If you have been attending my classes, there is an English teacher in my class who always compares the Arabic grammar or Arabic stuff, even the culture, with English. So she would not like to يعني, use anything that is not good according to English. Like for example, if you say too much, she would say no, no, too much. Saying too much is a bad thing. It's like يعني تقريبا سب يعني عندما تقولين too much. Say very much. Very much is better than saying too much. Although you understand when I say this is too much, but according to English speaking people, it's not a good thing to say too much. So you have to use very much. Okay, like in Al-Arabiyya بين يديك, in the lesson of food, you have one هذا كثير جدا وهذا قليل جدا. This part, when you translate it, one of the students in the group translated it as, this is too much. هذا كثير جدا. She said this is too much. So the other English teacher, the Native American teacher, said that saying too much is bad. Saying too much is like sab taqriban. So it's not allowed to say that. Say very much or a lot. Say هذا كثير جدا. This is a lot. Do not say this is too much. So yeah, the student would understand when you say I am read, but the student would not like it. Okay, so that is why we have to practice these things. So I am reading, you are reciting. Okay, don't say you are recite. Do not say you are recite. So um, so here you're saying am. So whatever verb you use, say ing. I am reading. I am reciting. You are reciting. Um, so she is praying, for example. She she is praying, not she is pray. Okay, so work on these. Whenever you say a sentence, say she is praying, she is reciting, he is sleeping, I am eating, like that. Okay, so this would help the student understand better, and they would concentrate on your Arabic lesson or the Tajweed lesson better because your English is okay, your English is understandable. But if your English is difficult for them to understand, they would not be able to concentrate on the lesson a lot. Okay, so these are the pronunciation mistakes that I observed in your assignments that you have submitted. Inshallah, we'll do re-login. Will take like a couple of minutes, and then in the next session I would show you how to make a PowerPoint presentation, just a very basic thing. I'll share some of them with you, and I'll just try and show you certain mistakes that you people made when you made PowerPoint presentations. Okay, so I'll show you some examples. I'll show you the different things that we're doing. Inshallah. Hasanan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.